know, we're here to heal, and we're here to gain freedom, and enlightenment is really the way. So Tai Chi is a powerful vehicle for that. But in my experience, even with the highest masters who I've met, from the Yang family itself, the method is fully enlightened in a way, but it's dated back to the consciousness of 200 years ago. So what we all have to do is a challenge, and we're doing it anyway, whether we're aware of it or not. We're trying to take these old methods and to reconcile it with our modern life. And what that means is we've got to bring in modern knowledge. We've got to bring in our own modern experience and not be afraid to take the old methods, but to update them a little bit, rework them. And as a behavioral psychologist, I subjected the habits and training of Tai Chi to an analysis. And what I came up with was the Tai Chi 8 agreements. You'll notice that on the right column here, that there's, starting with solo form, there's 8 words in capital letters. And those are the habits that we inherited and that we apply in our everyday Tai Chi practice. We put a lot of stock in the solo form. It's supposed to be some sort of almost sacred ritual that we do. We are all part of this masculine learning paradigm, which is basically the guru. You're subservient to the tradition, to the guru. Another aspect of masculine learning would be outside-in approach. It would be performance-based. Performance is the sign of success. And you compare that to just our understanding of women in general, and especially women as mothers and nurturers, raising children. And we see that they do not have that as their priority on the whole. It's a very different reality. I bring that in as a not doing. The agreement is to agree on, to try to employ these terms, but every one of these is a not doing of these prevailing habits. Solo form, masculine learning, will, that's just doing it, expecting results just by doing. Biology is what you've inherited, limitations. Strength is what this masculine world is based on, power and strength. Well, the ancient Chinese had a secret to that. It was about principle. And we covered that in the 4-day boot camp. And that was quite a breakthrough conversation we had. We continue with that in this intensive. Long power is this custom we have in pushing hands to push someone away. That's long. You're pushing them far away. And it's almost like how far you can push them or how violently you can push them is a measure of success. Again, we go back to the masculine paradigm. Hand work is something that we as men are used to because you use your hands as a craft. Whereas in the 30-year women's research that I did, recovering a women's tradition from China, women's power lies in the lower body. I think as men, we know that in terms of relationships, that a woman has a very different orientation to reality. And then finally, technique. It's so much effort and emphasis is placed on technique, so much interest on this technique, that technique. But Tai Chi Chuan, the real secret of the Yang is that it's not about technique. It's about posture. We also covered that in the 4-day boot camp. In a nutshell, these are default habits that we have that I've created not doings for. You can apply them all together or one at a time. And because they're all really, each of these are related to an internal organ, it will immediately bring you into an inquiry of your inner system, which is also one of the plights of many, especially experienced Tai Chi and Qigong practitioners. It's like, this is an internal system. And we talk about Yi a lot, intent and Qi and sensitivity, but is there more? There's a vacuity amongst the experienced Tai Chi practitioner. You can only do so much by feeling and becoming sensitive to Qi and connecting to other people.